Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim and this is Tim the Trailman, and today we've got something different in the garage with this 2021 4xe Jeep Rubicon. This 4xe belongs to Justin. He's my friend that helped me put the lift kit on the 4Runner. He brought over the Jeep today so we could put on this Lasfit switch panel mod. The switches are going to allow him to eliminate one switch for the front locker and the rear locker. He'll have the option of engaging the front locker only or the rear locker only, and you can program the controller to allow you to engage the lockers independent of being in 4 low. So from the factory, Jeep makes you have it in 4 low before the rear or front locker can be put on. Sometimes you just want to be able to use your lockers when you're in 4 high. Even if he's in 2-wheel drive now, he can actually engage the front locker. I don't know if he'll ever do that. Other benefits of the Lasfit switch controller, he'll gain 2 auxiliary switches and a Cat 5 port for his GMRS Midland radio. The one thing that the Lasfit switch controller does cause him to lose is it is a Rubicon and he has electronic sway bar disconnect. He will lose that control at the moment. He has other plans to get that back up and running. Lasfit's main audience for this controller is a non-Rubicon. He got it because he wanted to be able to control his lockers independent of 4 low. So let's look at how we install it. So inside the kit, you're going to get your switches and buttons. You also get the main controller that goes under the hood. It comes with this metal bracket that you would mount here on the fender. You would mount the controller to the bracket and mount the bracket to the fender. On his Jeep, he has his winch controller right in the way. So we're not going to use the bracket. We're going to mount the Lasfit controller underneath his winch controller. Then take the cables that go to the inside of the Jeep, run them along the cowl here over to this blank plug. Lasfit did include a grommet to run the wires through the bulkhead to the inside of the Jeep. The small leads off the controller are going to go to your positive and negative of the battery. We hook up the positive to the battery, and then there's a ground right there on the fender that we used for that. Once inside the Jeep, you're going to take the glove box out, the air conditioning controls, and then the auxiliary switches and other buttons below that so we can put in that new switch controller. Unplug everything, take it out of the Jeep. You'll go ahead and unscrew everything. Fun fact, that screw size, go ahead and guess if you'd like, but it's a 5.5 millimeter screw. Go ahead and unscrew those, put the new switch in, then from there, go ahead and reinstall it using the intermediate harnesses provided from Lasfit. You'll plug in those pigtail harnesses from the factory harness into the back of the switches. After that, follow your steps to put everything back in, the switches, the AC controls, and then reinstall the glove box. And if you have a GMRS radio, go ahead and run that cable from the back of the switches to the radio, so then you can just plug the mic in to the dash when you want to. So once everything is reassembled with the glove box and the center console controllers, you can move over to the driver's side, and underneath there, the harness that came in from underneath the engine bay, you'll be able to plug that into the pigtail harness that came from the controllers somewhere around where the gas pedal, brake pedals are. Make sure you zip tie that out of the way so it won't get in the way of your feet. Okay, so once everything is installed and it's good to go, you have your connection under the hood to the battery so it can power up. The Lasfit controller does come in a default mode where you would actually still need to use 4 low to engage the front or rear lockers. That defeats the purpose of buying the controllers in this case. So in the instructions, you will be able to program that into its other mode, and then you can use the front locker or rear locker independent of 4 low. So read in the instructions of how to do that. Just know when you get it out of the box that it will need to be in 4 low to engage the lockers. Another benefit of the Lasfit switch controllers is that it eliminates the factory Jeep locker position sensor. Those fail a lot on these, so it doesn't need that anymore. We didn't show you from the switch controller to the lockers themselves. There's a couple different options. Maybe there's an infinite amount of options, but for us, there's 2. One, you could buy a harness from Mopar and run that from the switch controller to the factory e-lockers. Justin may go with an ARB air locker, then that would get wired up differently than it would with the Mopar for the factory e-lockers. So it's not in this video. We didn't show that. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested. When he does do it, we can film that as well. This video is to show you how to show the switches being installed and the benefits of them as a whole. I look forward to hearing how Justin likes it after he gets it figured out, if he's gonna do air lockers or e-lockers. Let me know in the comments below which one you think he should do, and I'll pass that message along. Okay, that wraps up this video for the Lasfit switch controller install. If you wanna see more content like this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and as always, thank you for watching.